The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OPMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number. You need to put in your mortgage calculator if you want to find out what your principal and interest payment would be. Don't have a mortgage calculator? rsrlinks.com/mobile app. rsrlinks.com/mobile app. You can get it for free. Let's see what rates did. Now, these are Friday's locking because the markets were closed yesterday for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Conventional 30-year fixed down 6.913. Jumbo 30-year fixed down 6.927. FHA 30-year fixed down 6.544. VA 30-year fixed down 6.462. And the USDA loan 30-year fixed down 6.545. If you want our market thoughts each and every business morning as early as the data allows, rsrlinks.com/market update. rsrlinks.com/market update. You can sign up for free. It costs you nothing to sign up. No advertising, nothing. We're not asking for anything in return. rsrlinks.com. Market Minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. Thanks, Josh. I got that wrong again. rsrlinks.com/market minute. So let's see what the markets are doing right now. We're looking at the S&P 500 is now up 35.71. 10-year Treasury down 5 basis points. That's the yield, the interest rate. The mortgage-backed security is up 8 basis points. It is a mathematical function when that bond goes up. Rates go down when it's up 8 basis points. Means it's not a whole heck of a lot of change in there. And we're not going to see a whole lot just because there's not a lot of data right now. And in the absence of a lot of data, we go with technicals. Let's tell you what is going on. So we're first looking at the president's plans to drill and increase the U.S. supply of oil are expected to cause oil prices to fall, according to law firm Haynes Boone LLP, who conducted a study of 26 banks. The banks believe oil prices will fall from the current level of $75.75 to $58.62 by 2027, which would be a roughly 23% decline. This is important for inflation because it impacts everything. Any good that has to be produced or shipped requires oil. And even though it's not directly in core inflation readings, indirectly it has a big impact, and lower oil prices will make it easier to make progress on both headline and core inflation, which would help mortgage rates. The jobs data, the latest jobs report for December, showed that 256,000 jobs were created, but that's susceptible to revisions over the next two reports. Additionally, next month, we'll be getting the January data and the QCEW, Quarterly Census of Employment and Wages data, which will show us how many jobs were really created from the third quarter of 2023 to the third quarter of 2024. It's older data, but is anticipated to show that roughly half the jobs we thought were created were not. Additionally, when looking at what kinds of jobs have been created over the last 3 months, many are in sectors that are not a reflection of a strong economy. Now, this data that we get from QCEW, unfortunately, it doesn't generally move the markets because it is older data. But it still affects the economy, and it affects the outlook of what the Federal Reserve uses to make their decisions. Now, when you think about it, I think that the data that we get will come out after the January Fed meeting. So it's not going to have a big impact. It won't have an impact this time. But their beige books readings, the beige book is the Federal Reserve going out to the 12 districts and looking at what they're saying as far as jobs, 6 said no increases in jobs. 6 said slight increases. So the Federal Reserve knows that there are not a lot of jobs being created, regardless of what some of these headlines are saying. By far, the largest sector has been healthcare and social assistance, which added 219,000 jobs over the last 3 months. But healthcare jobs are always needed and are likely a reflection of an aging population. Social assistance jobs are likely made up of a large amount of government jobs, and the government are largely social assistance jobs are likely made up of a large amount of government jobs. Government sector added 97,000 jobs over the last months, the second largest contributor. But if the Trump administration clamps down on government spending and DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, reduces spending and makes us more efficient, we could see less government hiring, which would cause the overall jobs numbers to soften. Leisure and hospitality added 87,000 jobs over the last 3 months for an average of 29,000 per month. That has cooled considerably, as this sector was the main engine of job growth previously. But according to JOLTS, this could slow further as the job openings in the space are dwindling. After the top 3 sectors, the rest are showing weakness, with many barely creating 10,000 jobs a month and several others much less. 3 of the sectors, utilities, mining and lodging, and manufacturing, are all negative. Bottom line, the breadth of job creations is weak, and it's coming from a few sectors. If we see job growth soften and inflation continue to decelerate, it will help mortgage rates move lower. So that's some good news right there. We could all use mortgage rates moving lower. And again, I'm going to share with you that I've told you this many, many times. Right around the 20th of September last year, we saw an improvement in mortgage rates. It was short-lived. So the people that followed our guidance and they went to do the tell us what your number is, well, they are able to take advantage of that because we are on the lookout. rsrlinks.com/what's your number. rsrlinks.com/what's your number. We actually go and we do all the work ahead of time, looking for the number that makes sense to you to restructure your home loan. Maybe it's, I don't know, $300 a month, $400 a month, $500 a month. What's your number? We don't know. Let's take a look at it. Let's get you ready. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva Financial's got the loans and the products and the plan